Hello and welcome back to lesson number 5 of the Functional Medicine Liver Detox course presented by Love Energy Wellness. And in this lesson, we're going to cover the best detox foods. We're going to cover simple detox meals that you can create in minutes. We're going to talk about beyond water. What else can you drink while you're doing a detox? And we're going to discuss what you eat is key and how nature works in cycles. This is the best of health education, and I'm so glad that you're here with us. So, what does the detox do for your diet? Well, hopefully by now you've ordered your 7, 14, or 21 day functional medicine detox protocol. And if not, you don't have to act too quickly. I think it's great that you want to think about it some more and to be sure that you decide if the functional medicine detox is a great decision for you. So, a few things that the functional medicine detox will do for your diet. It creates a healthy style of eating. And that was probably one of the best takeaways that I got from my very first 21-day functional medicine detox is it really created good, healthy habits in eating for me personally, and I know that it would do the same for you. It also creates an elimination diet to eliminate a lot of the foods that you might be sensitive to, not necessarily allergic to, but sensitive to in an IgG fashion, which is different than an allergy. An allergy is an IgE response, an immediate response, and an IgG response is a delayed response. And the diet plan that comes along with a functional medicine detox has foods on there that are not the top few foods that most people are sensitive to. And we'll get to more of that later on in this course. It also creates meal timing, not so much what you eat, but when you eat the food that you have. And we'll get into that more in this slide deck as well. And also focuses on an anti-inflammatory diet. As you may or may not know, inflammation is the leading cause of many symptoms that people suffer from. It's the leading cause of inflammation is leading cause of cardiovascular disease and so many chronic health issues. So focusing on an anti-inflammatory diet is key, especially in this detox, on healing the body, your overall wellness, weight loss, and anti-aging as well. So why food choice matters so much? Your liver, the liver's detoxification, it's slowed down by heavy and fatty foods. Digestion is slowed down by too much protein, making you feel sluggish, shifting your energy reserves towards healing instead of digestion. By choosing the right foods is certainly a healthy habit that you can create through the 21-day or 14-day or 7-day functional medicine detox. And eating brightly colored plant-based diet, a plant-based diet, will ramp up I can't even talk today. Will ramp up detoxification using vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. So take a look at the photos in this slide here, and you can see that, typical standard American breakfast with pancakes and butter and bacon and eggs and toast and orange juice and coffee. That is, when you think breakfast, that is usually what comes to mind is, bacon and eggs and pancakes and juice and coffee. And just think about how difficult that is for your digestive system, for your body to break down that food with your stomach acid, your digestive enzymes, and the process of, converting that plate of food and those side dishes into, usable energy. Those pancakes are full of processed foods such as, sugar and flour, highly, highly processed foods. The coffee is very acidic, and if it's non-organic, it's probably contains mold. The orange juice, oranges, if they're non-organic, probably very high in pesticides. Again, you get the bread off to the side of the orange juice, highly, highly processed with sugars and flour and all kinds of other things. And then the bacon as well. The bacon is, really, really difficult to break down if you were to, put that bacon in some what is hydrochloric acid, which is your stomach acid. It would take a long time to break down that bacon, let alone, move it through your digestive system and extract any energy that's in that bacon. Now, conversely, on the other side of the slide, we have what is, antioxidants, brightly colored food. You see the reds and the strawberries and the bright blues and the blueberry and a little bit of mint and bright yellow bananas. That all it's a rainbow of food. Now, when you put that in a blender and blend it into a smoothie, you're really bypassing the digestive process. You're still getting all those same nutrients when you're drinking that smoothie because it's the same food, but it's already broken down, and all the body has to do is just simply absorb that. Now, on the functional medicine detox diet plan, you won't be having any smoothies, but you will be having shakes with a powder that has all of your vitamins, all of your minerals, all of your daily amino acids, and 15 grams of vegan protein in it. So you're still getting the absorption. But this is a perfect example of why food choice matters, and how you can get actually more energy from the food that you eat, because digestion, as it says there on the slide, uses up to 30% of your energy. Imagine starting your day off in the morning with 30% more energy to, go about your day and, take care of the children or do your work or a workout or whatever the case may be, whatever your schedule demands are. Having 30% more energy could simply be obtained by choosing a smoothie rather than that, standard American breakfast. Fasting is your fountain. It's the closest we've ever come to discovering the fountain of youth. And that's been proven by science. The Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 2016 was awarded to Yoshinori Oshumi, if I can say that properly. Osumi, yes, for his discoveries of mechanisms for autophagy. And a little bit about the Nobel Prize is it's 5 separate prizes that, according to Alfred Nobel's will of 1895, those prizes are awarded to those who, during the preceding year, have conferred the greatest benefit to mankind. So it's kind of a big deal. Alfred Nobel was a Swedish chemist, an engineer, and an industrialist, most famously known for the invention of dynamite. Autophagy improves the biological aging process and heals the body from the inside out. And we're going to get more into how autophagy works coming up in a couple of more slides. So, 4 fasting basics. 4 fasting basics, especially when applied to the functional medicine detox. But an overnight fast is basically not eating, not taking in solid food for 12 to 14 hours. Ideally, 6 p.m. To 6 or 8 a.m. in the morning would be your 12 to 14 hour daily fast. And you want to break that fast with a liquid or something that's easy to digest, such as a smoothie, like I talked about. You never want to start your day off with heavy or hard to digest foods because of the difficulty your body has on breaking that food down and converting it to energy. So, breaking that fast, your breakfast, that's what that word means, is to break your fast overnight in your first meal of the day with easy to digest foods so that you get the full energy absorption or full absorption out of that for energy production for your cellular makeup. And the functional medicine detox liquid fast goes for 2.5 days to initiate full body healing. Now, that's a liquid fast. You're still getting all of your vitamins, your minerals, and some protein in the shakes for those first 2.5 days. And I'll talk about that. That might be a little intimidating for some people, and it certainly was for me, my very first detox. But it's not as difficult as you may think, and you would be surprised at exactly what you're capable of. And I'll get to more of that coming up in this presentation and in this course. But I want to say that, having a 2.5 day fast is a big change for a lot of people, and it was a big change for me. But I want to say that big changes get big results. So we are diurnal beings. And this is 2 million years of evolutionary programming. And I love this photo in this slide here because you can see a depiction of evolution going from primates into walking upright and carrying a spear to represent being a hunter. And then the last guy there is holding a tablet. So I thought that was pretty funny. Anyways, so 2 million years of evolutionary programming. And what diurnal means is that we operate according to the cycles of the sun, of the sunshine. And that is our programming, to rise with the sun and to go down and rest when the sun sets. So, back when we were hunters and gatherers, we would wake up with the sun and we would go out and we would hunt, we would gather. And then in the afternoons, we would eat usually as a community. And then we would rest, and we would rest for survival. We want to be able to survive. We want to hide at night from those nocturnal hunters, meaning, animals that were bigger than us and higher than us in the food chain. Today we consider ourselves top of the food chain, but really, if you take away, modern elements and inventions and firearms and weapons and things that we didn't have back when it was just us and nature, we were not top of the food chain. We certainly weren't. There were predators that would certainly hunt and kill primates and mankind for food, and we had nothing but our own intuition and skills and hands and feet to run away, or hands to fight off these animals. And so that goes back to these 2 million years of evolutionary program. And only humans have been around on the earth for 2 million years. And only in 1925 did half of the homes in the United States have electric power. So I'm recording this course here in 2021. So that was less than 100 years ago. We're talking 2 million years versus 100 years. So, we are not nocturnal. We are not. Night owls do not exist. And it's 2 million years of evolutionary programming for us to be diurnal beings, compared to only having electric light for less than 100 years. You can't change the evolutionary process in that short of time. Maybe someday we will operate nocturnally in another million years or 2 million years, but you and I, you watching this video and me recording this, certainly won't be around physically in another 2 million years. I do believe energetically we will be here, but not physically. That's a conversation for another course in esotericism. So we are not nocturnal. Night owls do not exist. Our circadian rhythm, which is a physical, mental, and behavioral change that follows a 24-hour cycle of the Earth spinning on its axis and seeing that sunshine. These natural processes respond primarily to light and dark and affect most living things, including animals, plants, and microbes. And this is science. Chronobiology is the study of circadian rhythms. So meal timing is a crucial element to rebalancing your body and bringing this all back around to cycles of nature, right? So meal timing is a crucial element to rebalancing your body. Having a regular eating window of 12 to 16 hours for most people is important, including ending meals 2 hours before sleep. And why is that important? For that digestive process, because digestion takes 30% of your energy. And if that energy is being used to digest food while you're trying to go to sleep and get deep restorative sleep, your body is not going to have the energy to restore itself in that sleep mode, in that rapid eye movement sleep and deep sleep mode. So eating before 2 hours before you go to sleep is very, very important in the process, and a key point in making the best out of a functional medicine detox. So why fast longer on a detox? Well, the primary reason is to give the body rest. If 30% of your energy is not going towards digestion, it can go towards resting and healing the body. You want to eliminate more than we intake for solid substances. So if your body doesn't have to break things down, it can focus on healing once again. You want to focus on fluid intake to be able to flush out those toxins. And it's not just fluid alone that's going to flush out those toxins. We'll get to more of that. But fluid is very, very important on a daily basis, whether you're doing a detoxification, purification process or not. Regular levels of fluid intake is super important for flushing out toxins. Fluids support the liver. Fluids support the kidneys. And when I say fluids, primarily water, high quality water, spring water, well water, and then, lastly is municipal tap water, which you should really not be drinking unless it's filtered. Longer fasting allows the body to self-heal. Your body knows what to do. It has the information and it has the methods, it has the program to self-heal, but it just needs the environment. And that's what we're doing with this functional medicine detox, is giving the body the environment. And again, 30% of cellular energy, mitochondrial energy, can be applied to waste management rather than to digestion. So autophagy, I mentioned that earlier. Some people pronounce it autophagy. It's short for autophagocytosis. And auto means self, and phagy means to eat. So put it together, and it's self-eating. That's right. The white blood cells and phagocytes swallow the pathogens. So you can see in this graphic here, your body's way to cleanse itself is autophagy. And it's a biological process that removes the body's accumulated toxins and recycles damaged cell components. So fasting puts the body in a state of autophagy. So how long does it take to enter autophagy? Well, depending on the individual's metabolism, significant autophagy may take 2 to 4 days of fasting in humans. This has been tested in humans. It's been tested in animals. And autophagy is believed to begin when glucose and insulin levels drop considerably. And to be able to drop glucose and insulin levels, you need to stop putting food into your body, because every time you eat something, it spikes your glucose, it spikes your insulin. And in order to reach a level of autophagy and allow your body to go into that self-cleaning mode, you need to reduce the food intake so your glucose and insulin levels drop down. And, under a super microscope, you can actually see, and I wish I found a video that I could have embedded into this slide presentation of autophagy actually happening. But it looks a lot like what you see in this graphic here is the white blood cells and phagocytes actually swallowing up, tracking down and swallowing up the pathogens and eating them up. And that's where the autophagy or self-eating phrase comes into play here. Again, the body is an amazing, amazing mechanism. So this is health education at its best. It's really what I do as an integrative health practitioner. Is I bring education to groups. I bring education to individuals, such as, when we do at-home functional medicine lab testing for a particular individual, I educate them on where they're at on their health journey. And those functional medicine labs give us a look inside the body as far as what's going on inside the body for that particular individual. And then we individualize a plan for that person. So this here is health education for you, really broad brush view of, what is the same for everybody. And I just want to say that, keto diets are the latest craze. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of people that are applying ketogenic diets that can do them a lot of good. I'm certainly not against a ketogenic diet, but it has its place and it has its duration. The keto diet is all about what you eat and eliminating carbohydrates, and intermittent fasting diet is all about when you eat and just making sure that it all fits within that time frame. Your body, my body, and every body prefers to be fueled by glucose and not by ketones. So am I against the keto diet? No, absolutely not. It's got its place in the short term, but it is damaging in the long term. Let's say, for the average individual, 2 to 3 weeks of keto can get you the results that you're looking for. But after that, it starts to damage the body. And how does it do that? Well, the body prefers to run on glucose before ketones, and the body will find the glucose in the muscle tissue before it fully relies on the ketones. So, let's say that somebody's on a keto diet. Well, the body is going to use up the glucose from the food that it has. And then before it goes after those ketones that they're putting in with a high fat, low carb diet, the body is going to start robbing glucose from muscle tissue, and you're going to start losing muscle mass instead of the fat tissue that you are looking to lose on that keto diet. So short term can have amazing results. Long term can have adverse effects and detrimental and even deadly results for some people. Keto is about what you eat, and fasting is about when you eat. So choosing nothing will get you nothing. And that's kind of a profound statement. So you don't have to follow the 7, 14, or 21-day functional medicine detox exactly by the book, but following it exactly by the book is going to get you the maximum results. Can everybody do that? No, absolutely not. So you need to do your best. You need to listen to your body, and you certainly don't want to overdo it. If you're a day and a half into fasting and you're getting dizzy spells and you need to sit down because you feel that you're going to faint, well, then, it's time to say, I've done enough fasting and it's time to eat some food. So you need to really be in tune with your body and listen to your body. That's very, very important with any health protocol, whether it's a functional medicine protocol, a detox, no matter what you're doing. You need to be aware of your body, listen to your body, and you need to know your limits for sure. And that goes with anything in life. So you have three great options for the functional medicine detox. Of course, days 1 through 7, you should really try your best to follow the schedule of meal planning exactly. You should be timing your meals exactly the way they are, timing your shakes exactly the way they are, especially for the first couple of days. If you find you can't do that, then you can certainly go into the next phase, which is day 3 through 7 for the diet plan. And if you get through that first week and you followed it exactly like it was supposed to happen, but you think that there's no way that I can do this for another 2 weeks, well, then you can go into, first, the best way to do this is to repeat the first round of 7 days 2 more times. So the second week and the third week, doing that routine, the second exactly the same the second time and the third time. Your second option is in just a liquid fast day, and then use day 3 through 7 meal plan starting on day 2, right? So you can just do 1 day of fasting and then go with the day 3 through 7 meal plan, which is a vegan lunch and a paleo dinner. We'll get to more of that in upcoming slides. And then you can also choose method 3 with no fasting days whatsoever. You can certainly just fast in the morning. So a little bit longer fast might get you into autophagy. My dog Luna making her debut here on this video. So no fasting days 3 through 7, right? And you can do that on days 8 through 14. So remember, no matter what method you choose here in this 21-day functional medicine detox, or 7-day or 14-day, you always have my support in our community group that you get as part of this program here, part of this course. You get the community group with daily support through either your 7 days, your 14 days, or all the way through your 21 days, and beyond that as well. In that group, we'll prep you for how to get prepared for your functional medicine detox. We'll get you through that detox through all 7, 14, or 21 days, and then we'll follow up at the end of that program and in that group with some of the things that you can do beyond the detox and make sure that you don't retox after your detox. So 3 great options that you have there, and remember, you always have my support in the group. So how do I choose 7, 14, or 21 days? Well, if this is your first detox ever, I highly recommend that you do the 21 days, especially if you scored more than 20 on the Toxic Tank quiz. Hopefully you took that Toxic Tank quiz. It's part of this course. If you haven't, you can pause this video. You can go back and take that quiz. And remember, you have a lifetime, if this is your first time, you have a lifetime of toxin accumulation inside of you that needs to be removed. And also the 21-day can be done once a year for a maximum benefit. That's what I do myself. And then I do a seasonal 7-day detox as well. It's the best choice for anyone looking to release more than 15 pounds. So how do you know if you're going to do a 14-day detox? Well, if you scored between a 10 and 19 on the Toxic Tank quiz, then you should most likely be doing a 14-day. If a 21-day doesn't work for your upcoming schedule, for example, the holidays are coming up and you want to be able to participate in a family meal, you have a vacation coming up, let's say you're going to go on a cruise and you only have 14 days before the cruise, you can choose that. Or maybe you have a wedding or an event coming up, you can just choose a 14-day. And you can always do the 21-day later on as well. So this isn't just a one and done deal. This is a lifetime commitment to your health. So if you're in the middle on your commitment to your health and or are looking to release maybe 10 pounds of weight, this is a great place to begin with a 14-day. And then the 7-day detox, again, I do this on a seasonal basis. I do the 21-day once a year, and then I'll do the 7-day seasonally, usually at the beginning, the equinox of each season. And if you got a score of 0 to 9, this is a great maintenance plan for a quarterly health habit, or anytime you feel the need for a rest or reset on your toxic load. Maybe you were exposed to some environmental toxins. Maybe you discovered that you have, toxins in your home, or you were in a work environment. If your work environment changes on a regular basis, as mine used to in construction, sometimes I was exposed to more toxins on a weekly basis than other weeks. The 7-day, it's also a place to start to test for self-discipline, for your commitment to your health, or if you simply want to release 5 pounds in just 7 days. So, it's usually in increments of 5. A 7-day detox will usually net about 5 pounds of weight loss. 14-day will get you maybe 10 pounds, and a 21-day can get you 15 pounds or more weight loss if you feel as though you have a heavy toxic load. You can simply do a 1-day reset diet. You can start with a weekly 1-day reset detox to prepare in advance for the longer 7, 14, or 21-day fasting protocol. I do this 3 or sometimes 4 times a month. I usually do a 24-hour fast from Sunday night at dinner time to Monday night at dinner time, and all day Monday, I will have my daily nutritional support powder by Equilife in my shakes, and that'll keep me satiated for the day. I do not get hungry, and then I get to enjoy a meal on Monday night with my family, and it's amazing, and it does wonders. Especially, I did this about 6 weeks before I did my first 21-day functional medicine detox, and it made the 2.5 days of fasting very, very easy for me. So I knew that after 6 weeks of doing a 24-hour fast, and I had my reservations about doing that 1-day reset diet at first, but once I did it, it was easy. And the more I did it, it got easier. And then once I got into the 21-day functional medicine detox, it was simple. It was simple for me. That 1-day reset diet is highly effective if maybe you had a weekend of, overeating, or maybe some alcohol, or whatever the case may be. So a key point to make here is the functional medicine liver detox is all about wellness. It's about health, and it's about anti-aging, and not a weight loss program. However, releasing pounds of toxic weight is a byproduct of ramping up the phase 1 and phase 2 liver detoxification. If you don't want to lose any weight, keep in mind that you probably won't avoid that as a result, just like myself. However, we can help you put that weight back on, and that would be healthy weight and not toxic weight, just as quickly after the detox, just like I did. I took off 10 toxic pounds. I really wasn't looking to lose any weight. And in a 21-day detox, my first detox, I took off 10 toxic pounds. I got so much leaner. I lost weight in my sides, right? where, referred to as love handles, right? I just couldn't get rid of some of that puffiness there, no matter how much I dieted, no matter how much I exercised, no matter how many oblique exercises I did. I just could not shed that weight on my side. And within the first 5 days of the 21-day detox, that weight was gone. I felt much lighter. I felt much leaner. I looked leaner. I have before and after photos that I can share with you on that. And I got off 10 toxic pounds. And then after that, I went on a weight gain diet plan, and I gained 10 healthy pounds back on and got back to my ideal weight, which I am still at today. Oh, I think I went too far. The detox food shopping list. This goes over what type of foods that you can shop for on your shopping list, and will help you get prepared for your functional medicine detox. You are allowed to have, you're allowed to have whatever you want, honestly, but, maximum effort in is going to get you the maximum output and results. So plant proteins, you can see there's a list of plant proteins on there that you can enjoy. There's some animal proteins on there that you can enjoy too. Of course, if you're going to be eating chicken, make sure it's pasture raised. Not a lot of places carry buffalo, but some people eat that. Salmon, I'm a big fan of salmon. I probably eat salmon 4 or 5 days a week. Never, ever farm raised, always wild caught. I don't even trust the organic farm raised salmon. And if you see in your seafood counter at your local grocery store, if you look at the color difference between farm raised and wild caught, the wild caught is this bright pink or bright red, and the farm raised is like a really dull color. And I've eaten wild caught salmon. It's usually previously frozen or frozen at sea if it's haddock or something like that. But I can taste the difference. If maybe they were out of that and I wanted salmon and I ended up buying, like even organic farm raised, I can just taste the difference. It tastes bland. It tastes fake. It tastes, not as good as the wild caught stuff. Sardines, scallops. Scallops are one of my favorite. Shrimp. I try not to have too much shrimp because, much like lobster and shellfish, they are bottom feeders and there's a lot of toxicities in the bottom of the ocean. Things like tilapia and turkey, again, wild caught, and wild game is excellent as well. Healthy fats, you get your avocados, your chia seeds, coconut oil, flax seeds, and olive oil. We can go over some more of those. A whole list of carbohydrates. There's such a craze about a low carb diet, and carbohydrates are really, really a good energy source for you. So there's a whole list of carbohydrates on there that are good for you. Of course, always organic. And there's a whole 2 columns there of carbohydrates. And if you see at the end of the list, we have some things like pumpkin, sweet potato, yams, raspberry, blackberries, blueberries, any berries, those are on the list, but there's asterisk there. And that asterisk represents if you are looking for weight loss, you want to avoid those. So you notice there's really not a lot of fruit on there except for the berries and the starches. Are healthy starches like sweet potato and pumpkin. You want to avoid those if you're looking to lose weight, and if you want to maintain weight or even gain weight, then you want to bring in those asterisk food items off of your detox food shopping list. So your meal selection guide, how do you put that all together? Well, here, this guide, you don't have to memorize this. This comes with every functional medicine detox kit. And again, this was put together by Dr. Cabral. It says there in the middle, the Dr. Cabral Detox. This is also known as the Equilife Detox. Dr. Cabral he is my mentor. He is the founder of the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute, where I got my education in integrative health. And he is also the creator of this functional medicine detox. Now, you don't have to use the Dr. Cabral detox. You can certainly use another functional medicine detox. And in the next presentation, we'll go over all of the supplements that are in the functional medicine detox capsules, in the Ayurvedic detox capsules, and also in the daily nutritional support. We'll go over everything that's in there. So if you decide to use another product, you can at least compare what's in this highly formulated and very effective functional medicine detox. So this meal selection guide, just real quickly, it goes over to how to choose just one at lunch and dinner from your plant proteins and or animal proteins. So at lunch, you want to go with plant protein. At dinner, you want to go with either another plant protein or an animal protein at your dinner. You want to choose your healthy fats, 1 or 2 tablespoons of those healthy fats at lunch and dinner. I love the avocados. I love using olive oil. Just make sure it's organic, first pressed, cold pressed. And then your carbohydrates. You can choose 1 or 2 cups of those carbohydrates, and that's a lot, 1 to 2 cups plus, right? So the carbohydrates are good for you here in this instance for this detox, and because they provide lots of antioxidants for you. So going forward, what to drink during your detox, and I'm going to take a sip of my spring water here, or my well water today. What to drink on your detox. Well, you're going to have 2 to 4 shakes on this detox with the daily nutritional support powder, and that provides 40 to 80 ounces of water per day. Now, that's enough to drink right there. You don't have to do any more than that, as long as 80 ounces is half of your body weight in ounces. So if you are 160 pounds, then half your body weight is 80 pounds. Convert that to ounces, 80 ounces of water for a 160-pound individual. Again, if you're 200 pounds, you want 100 ounces of water. And that is a benchmark for any day. That is your minimum water intake to not become clinically dehydrated. You can also have organic ginger tea. And I say organic because if you just buy ginger tea, it could be non-organic. You could be getting pesticides in there. And this is what you're trying to do, is you're trying to eliminate those toxins. So you don't want to be bringing in additional pesticides. And you can buy tea bags, but when it comes to ginger tea, especially on my my one-day reset diet, right, a 24-hour fast or a functional medicine detox, I prefer making my own ginger tea. You can certainly learn how on somewhere like YouTube, or it's really easy. You just buy some fresh organic ginger, you peel it, you slice it up, you boil it for a little while, and then you mix that with a little bit of water because it's highly concentrated, and drink that as tea. It's very strong. I like to add lemon in my organic ginger tea. You can drink green tea. Decaf is preferred. We'll get to more of that in a few minutes, or regular green tea. But if it's regular and it's caffeinated, you want to make sure it's at least 8 hours before bedtime so the caffeine doesn't interrupt your deep sleep. All depends on how you metabolize the caffeine, but caffeine has a 12-hour half-life, which means it lasts 12 hours in your system. So 8 hours before bed is preferred. Chamomile tea you can have, just have that close to bedtime because it'll make you sleepy and groggy, and you certainly don't want to blame being groggy on the detox, although for the first couple of days your energy levels might go down, but then rest assured your energy levels will go back up. And you can certainly have any herbal tea. Organic is preferred, of course. Always, you can have spring water with lemon, a little bit of lime, and a pinch of pink Himalayan sea salt. That is natural Gatorade right there. That is the best Gatorade your body could ever get. Spring water with some fresh lemon juice or lime juice and some Himalayan sea salt, and stir it up. That's going to give you your electrolytes that your body needs. You can drink that all day long or in between your shakes. You can have coffee and you can have black tea. Again, mind the caffeine curfew, right? And limit it to 8 ounces. If you go to your favorite coffee shop and order a coffee, you can certainly get a 32-ounce coffee, and that is not a cup of coffee. I wrote 8 ounces here, and that's being a little generous. A cup of coffee is usually 6 ounces. Make sure you have that in the morning and if needed. And no dairy, just have that black. I know this is very difficult for a lot of people, and this is part of the support that we give in the group, is how to get you weaned off of caffeine a week before. Of course, if you just cold turkey off of caffeine, you're going to end up with headaches. Sometimes some people get headaches for a day, some people get headaches for a week. Not having that caffeine in their body, it all depends on your metabolism and how your body reacts and your caffeine receptors. But no dairy in there, no dairy on this detox. If you need a creamer in there, you go with a coconut cream or an almond cream or something, almond milk, something in there. but you can have coffee. It's recommended not to have any coffee, and to be able to wean off of that coffee, we will certainly walk you through that process in our support group. And then a quick conversation about alcohol. We're talking about detoxification here, and alcohol is not part of the detox. If you are a person that has to have alcohol on a daily or weekly basis, then we have other work to do before this functional medicine detox should be done, or that you will get the best results out of that. Can you have alcohol on the detox? It's not going to ruin the detoxification, but it's certainly going to not allow your body to go through the healing process that it needs to go through to be able to get the best benefits out of this detoxification process. And a note at the bottom there, or a statement, is this can be a life-enhancing transformation, but that's only if you let it. So maximum effort in will get you the maximum results out. So coming up next in our next video, we're going to talk about supporting the liver detox pathways, and we're going to talk about why most people are missing phase 2 nutrients, and then also the amazing functional medicine supplements that make wellness, weight loss, and anti-aging possible in only 21 days. I'm grateful for you being here and watching this video and being part of this course and allowing me to serve my dharma in educating you in your health and wellness and anti-aging options. And I'll see you on the next video.